Hello Internet and welcome to the Nintendo Sushi show episode, don't worry. My name is Ace and joining me here today we have history's favourite president, Gabraham Lincoln.
In the streets!
In the streets. The camera's a bit higher than normal.
Yeah, it is, I was like in the streets.
You went to do it here.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't there,
You thought the streets were there but they're really up
the
there.
The streets are up, yeah.
You're just not
the
street man that you
not
thought
in
you
the
were.
streets anymore.
So, alright.
Alright.
How are you doing? What have you been up to?
I've got a busy week. I've got a play that I've written on this weekend, so
yeah.
I've been doing that really, just working on that, getting the set built, all that. It's been hard work, really. What about you?
No.
Okay,
I've got a show at the weekend.
Fair, cool.
Essex. If anyone's in Essex.
Thingy, Martin Pullen.
Don't call me. Oh yeah.
Martin Pullen, you're an Essex man.
Yeah.
Come see Mickey J.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway.
So what's happening? What we're doing?
Well, we haven't really decided on an order of our topics.
Really what they are. All we've decided is that people can buy this at nintendosushi.com/shop.
You can also
What
buy
else can they buy?
These t-shirts.
Drawn by who?
This one was drawn by me. This one was drawn by you.
So this is... People can kind of see it.
Can they?
Mickey Mouse dressed as our main man Mario.
And this is a stormtrooper dressed as...
I should have probably put his hat on him, shouldn't I?
A Koopa.
Oh,
yeah. A Koopa
got
kid.
The tash, got the clothes. It says Super Mouse Bros. in the Super Mario Brothers.
Koopa Trooper.
People
Check it out.
Kind of see it.
I think we should start off with a Kirby discussion.
A Kirby discussion.
Kirby discussion.
You opened your mouth as wide as Kirby then. When he's going.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good.
Old Smoke, let's go.
Old Smoke. So yeah, a Kirby discussion. This is kind of a review, but not a review. We don't really do like reviews as in this has got this scar. Let's look at graphics. Look at gameplay. We just kind of discuss the game.
Do you dig it, or do you not bury it?
All right. Here's kind of where I stand with it. Is I didn't dig it when I played the first level.
Do you remember when we was gonna buy it off fry it and was gonna?
We was gonna put the game in the frying pan.
But then we got a frying pan in the game.
I'd buy it.
Oh, don't need a frying pan.
Fry it.
All right, carry on.
I'd boil it if anything. So
Broil it.
I played the first couple levels, and I was like, I'm not too happy with this. Like,
wait, what we do is it's normally like an interview, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, because I've not played it.
Because you said
that's why we do this now.
Okay.
I don't play it on purpose and have as much blackout as possible.
Ask me questions.
Right. All I have experience-wise of this game is the demo build that we played at the E3 thing last year.
Which I believe was the first level.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And I didn't really like it. Yeah, canvas case was good and everything like that, but I don't know, there was just something about it I just didn't like. And like, I know I'm really in the minority here, but I just don't like the claymation side of things. I know everyone loves it, and I'm not
I think it looks beautiful.
Discrediting it for that because it's just a personal choice. I know that it does look good and beautiful. It's just not a thing that I'm into.
Yeah.
Although I do applaud them for going a brave new style. Which
it's
they tend to do with the Kirby thing. The whole yarn thing came across with Kirby.
That's why I like Kirby. It always goes different. You know, there's not really two.
Yeah, well, they went isometric, kind of 3D, 3D with the golf one.
Yeah.
What the hell's that called?
Kirby's Course, Dream Course.
Yeah. It's not.
It is
it?
Dream Course.
That game.
Yeah.
And they kind of they've always been quite brave. I think with the graphics. The graphics on Kirby games have always been actually quite amazing because the Game Boy one looked amazing.
The NES
then they like redid it for the NES, and that one was arguably one of the best looking games.
Yeah,
on
it was
NES.
Beautiful.
Even
and like, the Wii game was really good looking.
Well, yeah, the yarn.
They did Epic Yarn. But they also did
they Return to Dreamland.
Yeah, Return to Dreamland, which looks really good. So it looks gorgeous. I mean, I don't think anyone can dispute that. It looks like a really, really pretty game. What was your question?
Right, yeah. So does the graphic style suit throughout? Is it very consistent throughout? Does it look like you're watching claymation throughout the full game?
It does. It does suit throughout.
Is everything done as if it was like filmed in twos, where everything's held for 2 frames, so it's a bit blocky and jerky.
Like not as much as you'd think.
Oh.
It's but then I think that would affect the game because there's parts of it that are quite fast paced, and I think if you had like that slow animation,
No, it's not slow. Like Disney stuff's filmed in twos.
Yeah, I suppose it is quite jerky. It's not as like slow and jerky as like.
No, I mean like not jerky, but I mean like not this like perfect like 3D like flowy like the Disney stuff's done in twos where.
Yeah, well, yeah, then it seems to stick to that quite like the run cycle and stuff is like the feet kind of 1 foot up, the other foot up, 1 foot up, the other foot up. So it's quite I suppose you're right there. Yeah, okay. It does seem to stick to that, and it does look great.
Everything menus, everything all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the backgrounds are probably the best bits you'll see. Will probably be. There was one bit that I played recently, and he was kind of coming to the end of a level, and then this ship just flew in the background, and it just looked incredible.
Oh, so there's like a lot. It's not just static backgrounds.
No, not at all. No, there's loads going on in the background. There's always something to look at.
Right. So
I kind of saw it as an interactive children's book, is the way I described it, where kind of you can just explore. You can go up and down and like look around all around the page, if you like, or the screen. And there's just so much going on at once, which is one thing that I did really like about it.
Okay. So how is the rainbow draw paintbrush mechanic thing?
That is where I'm kind of like the first. This is what I mean. I played the first 3 levels actually, and was like, this is getting old very fast. This mechanic of just drawing and doing something, and then he'll follow the line. I was like, I'm getting really fed up with this now, and then it changed it up, and then all of a sudden I was a tank, and everywhere you clicked on the screen, that's where Kirby shot, and you still had to draw the line for him to move, but it added another element that just made it a little bit more interesting. And then
do you use the like physical controls at all?
Not really, no, not as much.
You don't use any of the physical buttons or
no, it's more about tapping.
Okay.
You can there is stuff you can do with them buttons. I can't think what, but it's mainly tapping. Yeah. And then and then I was like, okay, that was interesting. The next thing I know, I was in a water level, and you was a submarine, and wherever you clicked, the submarine went to that point. So then I was like, okay, now I can appreciate this.
Okay.
So my advice would be, if you was to get this game, just persevere, and then you get to a point where you're like, and it becomes hard.
Because Nintendo do this, and especially with Kirby actually, where they'll have a mechanic, but they'll just exhaust every possible thing out that mechanic where you didn't actually think of it before.
Yeah.
They're very good at that. They've done that throughout all of their 2D platformers. They're not just 2D platformers. They've always got like a gimmick to them, and they always like find every possible way that you could do something with that.
Yeah, and to be fair, I feel like they've done that with Kirby. Like I said, I ain't completed the game yet, but we're just kind of discussing
Where are you up to?
I'm probably about the 5th world, I think.
How many is there? I don't know.
I don't know. There's 2 or 3 levels in each world, and then quite a lot of worlds. Which is one thing that I like, is the worlds are quite short, so you don't get bored of that aesthetic.
So has it got a very different aesthetic per world? Like
it does, it does.
Okay.
I think it obviously keeps that claymation stuff.
Like Mario, where it's like you've got like the green thing, and
bright.
then you go to snow or the desert levels, and
it all keeps pretty bright. Even the level I played called Cave Escape, where I think I discussed it with you actually, which is I was playing it and I thought the pacing on this is really slow. In the first few levels, the pacing is really slow. It's when it moves to levels where the screen's moving that the pace picks up, because you've got to move.
Oh, they got
the screen gets you.
It's like I remember Sonic for the Master System was like maybe one of the first games that did it. Probably not.
It's like that.
Where you're on your normal levels and you're like whatever, but then they've got these levels where there's just
the screen's moving, and there was but
Mario's done it.
They kind of pick up the pace, but there's one cave level where I was like, okay, because I've been a bit bored up to that point where I've been like, I'm fed up of just drawing lines. And I thought, oh, this cave level will have loads of pace, and then it didn't. And then that's when I was disappointed. That's when I spoke to you and was like, I'm not too keen on this game. But then the next level was the tank level, and then it slowly kind of got better and better from there.
So the graphics are great.
Graphics.
What about like sound and stuff? Is it kind of?
Oh, it's beautiful. Really, really funny. Like just listening to it.
Like whimsical kind of.
Yeah, it's
track.
all quite nice to hear, and it's obviously got do 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 do. But obviously they always give it a little bit of a twist.
Oh no, yeah, because Layla, my daughter, was watching whatever she was watching, Scooby Doo or whatever on telly, and then an advert came on for it.
Yeah.
But I think I was drawing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's that tune? And it was like a spin on the Green Greens or whatever this song's called.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a spin. I was like, what's that song? I was like, oh, it's Kirby. I looked up and it said Kirby's whatever.
It's really pretty. The attacks are cool. One thing where it did kind of get odd when...
What attacks are they?
Well, you draw your little paintbrush line, and then if you click on Kirby...
It's cold in here, my nipple's going all piney
white. As well, actually. If you click on Kirby, like, speeds over the... It does, like, a little charge. And obviously, if you hit an enemy with that charge... I'm just going to keep going, pretend it's not happening. If you hit an enemy with that charge, then it kills the enemy. But then also, you build up stars throughout the level. And every 100 stars you get a power-up. So then, if you hold the thing on Kirby, it goes real big.
So it's not like a pointless collectathon.
No,
like the Mario
that's what I
coins
really like.
kinda,
Yeah,
I know you get more points, but
they're a challenge.
Has anyone ever gone? How many points have you got on Mario?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, there's points where to get into there's like little time trials as you're going along. So you got to collect all these treasure chests as well, and then you get figurines if you collect the chests, which is quite cool. But like to get into one of the time trials, you'll have to have collected 100 coins so that you can do the big Kirby to break through a wall. So then, if you haven't collected enough coins, you can't break through the wall. Then you miss the time trial and the chance of getting another chest.
Are they the only collectible things on it?
No, you collect music. Is one thing that you can collect. You collect these figurines and something else. I think you collect artwork as well. It's quite nice to.
There's not too much pointless things.
No, I think it's like 5 chests per stage per level, and like stars everywhere, but obviously every 100.
What's the difficulty like? Because that's obviously been the problem with Kirby games over the last 10 years.
So they're
too simple.
The first 3 levels, I was like, this is too easy. I feel like I'm playing like a 3-year-old's game, and then it just got hard. Like all of a sudden, it was as soon as the screen caps started moving, it just gets hard like out of nowhere, and it's when you can run out of paint. You have to keep collecting paint pots or wait on the ground until your paintbrush fills up. And when the screen's moving, there's a level where there's clouds, and every time you go on a cloud, it bounces and the cloud disappears. So if you're running out of paint...
Yeah, and you jump on a cloud, you're screwed.
Yeah, you'll jump on a cloud, and then you'll bounce up, and then if you haven't refilled your paint by then... But then, of course, you've got a draw to stop him from falling, which means So that's quite a nice angle that it adds to it. Yeah, one thing that I found interesting was the multiplayer. Because, like I said, I play... Games like this is something that I always play with my girlfriend because she likes games, but she's not great at games. So stuff like this I think works out really well.
She's a girl.
To be fair, she's very good at Mario Kart Double Dash now. I got her playing that on the GameCube, and she's good. She beats me every time. But yeah, so I
last time I played that was on that Panasonic Cube thing.
It was, yeah, that event.
Silver one.
So the second player plays with the Wiimote, obviously, and you turn it on a side. What I found weird was your players. Do you know all the enemies with the spears on Kirby? You play as one of them, but you can just walk and jump and stuff.
As player 2.
As player 2. So player 2, and he's got a spear to attack with. So player 2 is more powerful than player 1.
Do you know why they've done that?
For kids.
Yeah, because it'll be the same as what the hell's it called? Nabbit.
Yeah.
You know, in Super Mario U.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can play it as a character, but then the kid or someone else can play as Nabbit, where they can't die and they're more powerful and it faster and everything.
Similar thing.
And I think that's cool because, as you say, it gets difficult pretty quickly. The parent can play.
Yeah.
With the kid playing it, or like you say, like a girl that's you're with or a boy that you're with that's not into games.
Yeah.
Like your significant other, whatever. You can play and they can they're not just sat just watching you play a game aimlessly. They can play along if they're not into games.
And if you die as that character, it doesn't matter. You have to keep tapping A to come back, and it makes the James Pond sound where it goes when he stretches. It does that. It makes that sound when you're tapping it and it's like and it was proper James Pond. So
that was my James Pond actor.
But what's weird is I always play as the spear guy because my girlfriend always makes a point of like being like, I want to play as Kirby. I love Kirby. And then she'll die, and I'll be like, oh, let me play as Kirby. But yeah, but she's got good at that, to be fair. But yeah, that kind of adds such a good element to it, having this character that can just walk and move about. Because I'm really into collecting collectibles, and any Nintendo fan is. They've got to collect everything. So, you know, while she's like getting on with the level, I'm like, what's down here? And like stabbing stuff with my spear and going, oh, I can go in there. And then if I die, it doesn't matter. I'll just keep tapping in and coming back. So it's quite good for, as well, as much as it's good for like parents and kids or like people who aren't gamers. It's good for kind of if you want one to be searching the map while the other one's kind of carrying on with the level.
Yeah. I like the way that Nintendo think about the second player.
They do. They really do.
They don't just go, there's a carbon copy.
And the other thing,
I know they do sometimes.
The other thing they add is
Mario and Luigi.
Mini boss fights if you're playing 2-player. So 1-player you don't get it, but 2-player, like the screen will go purple, and then this like weird fingery hand comes and grabs Kirby, and then you have to keep stabbing him with your character and saving Kirby. So it adds if you play multiplayer, it adds full new sections as you
go. Do they have all the familiar bosses, like the tree with one
tear?
tear?
Yeah, the tree was interesting.
Does he have one big tear when you beat him?
Yeah, he does, yeah. And the way to beat the tree was to, he kind of throws all this stuff at you, and you've got to break it and collect the stars. This is a bit where the animation looks amazing. No, it wasn't apples, it was like spiky things that you had to keep attacking. And if you get enough stars...
shells.
Yeah, kind of like that. So if you break enough of them and get enough stars, you do big Kirby, and Kirby, like, goes into his face, and he's, like, the claymation, like, his face, like, goes in, like, clay would if you was to, like, punch it, and then it, like, and then you keep tapping him to hit the tree, and then, yeah, eventually, obviously, he cries, and then you feel like the worst person in the world.
Yeah, and this is why we've got global warming.
It is why we've got global warming, yeah. Because of Kirby. Because how many Kirby games have been now where you fought that tree?
There's at least the forest gone.
There is.
Because they don't just make one Kirby game.
I know.
They sell thousands of them.
I know they do. I know. There's a lot of trees.
Millions of trees.
Think about it. Yeah, and the cutscenes as well. That opening cutscene is great. It's really fun to watch.
So, buy it or fry it?
I'd buy it. I think it's a really good game. I think it's one of them things where if you persevere with the beginning, because it's very hand-holdy at the beginning, if you just persevere with that, it gets hard really quick. 2-player's good, especially if you've got someone that's not a gamer. Looks beautiful, sounds beautiful. And that's kind of my overall wrap-up of the game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't know what else to say.
No, I think that's alright.
So buy it, it's worth the money.
It's worth the money. I think it's cheaper than most retail games as well. I got it for about 27 quid, I think.
Really?
Yeah, from Amazon.
Okay. Yeah, so what about Amiibo?
Oh no, that's pointless. As you can imagine. You can only use your Amiibo once a day. So you can't tap them in.
Does it only work with the Kirby one?
The Kirby, the King Dedede, and the Meta Knight.
Oh right, okay. And they all do the same thing?
Ish. The thing is I put Kirby on, scanned Kirby in, was like, right, off I go, and he started holding a star. I was like, okay, what does this mean?
Does it have a section on the menu saying Amiibo or whatever?
It does, yeah, but you tap them in at the beginning of any level and you can get that power up.
But what happens if you go on the Amiibo thing? Haven't you tried that?
Oh, that's just to scan. Yeah, you can click on the Amiibo thing and scan your Amiibo in there, or you can just scan it in as you come to the level.
Oh, right.
So I scanned it in as I came to the level. He grabbed a star, sorry. And I was like, why is he holding a star? That's weird. I bet this will be a real cool power-up. And then I couldn't really tell the difference. Wait, it just made him slightly stronger.
Is it constantly scanning? So you don't have to go on a menu and click scan Amiibo?
You can just
put your Amiibo
You go on the start of the level and it'll come up to the menu and then you just scan the Amiibo on and Kirby will have a star. But that's pointless, and the fact you can only use it once a day.
Could you use it 3 times a day if you've got Meta Knight?
I don't know. I only tried it with Kirby.
Okay.
But I imagine it'll only let you do 1 power-up a day. But I found that very, very weird. A real unusual restriction, I found. The fact that you can use it once a day was a bit odd. But apart from that, yeah, the Amiibo stuff's pointless, but the game is a good game.
Okay.
Definitely advise getting it.
That's it then. Get it. Or get lost. Punk.
In the woods.